Today I want to talk about why and which system I would choose. Canon versus Sony. Very intense topic in the filmmaker industry. Many people talk about it, and yeah, I just want to make sure that you guys know my opinion. There are like two cameras which stood out in the last few months, which are the Sony FX3 and the Canon R5C, and both cameras are great. I've been shooting with both a lot, and yeah, today I want to talk about what camera I would bring for my next shoot. So if you talk about Sony versus Canon, I think it's more about like the lens choices. And lens choices, I have to admit, if it comes to the R5C and you want to shoot native RF glasses, it's pretty hard because the RF mount is pretty new, and they didn't really release a lot of lenses. I use the adapter with the EF glasses, and the autofocus, yeah, Canon have to definitely work on that. Whereas the FX3 has a great autofocus, super quick, super sharp. They basically just kept their E mount, which makes totally sense. Why would you change your mount? It doesn't make any sense. So you have a lot of choices. Lens choices definitely win for Sony. Image quality. Next point. This one is a toughie, and I have a split decision on that one, because if you choose like the whole system, like let's say the budget option of all the Canon bodies you can choose, like the R6, the R5, or compared to Sony A7S III, FX3, I think S-Log3 wins in my opinion, but there's a huge but. The image quality of this camera is insane. Yeah, many people love the Sony system, love the Sony look, but the more and more I grade the image. And I also shoot with the Blackmagic 6K, which in my opinion is a bit too digital. C-Log3, especially on that Canon cinema line, is insanely good. Very cinematic. It serves just like the look which I wanted to go for. So guys, quick little plug: if you want to purchase my LUTs, feel free to check them out. I made signature Canon C-Log3 LUTs. And signature S-Log3 LUTs. I still think the FX3 has like a great image quality, and for the body and for the size, it is a true beast. But R5C wins. That point, image quality goes to the R5C for sure. Handling. Yeah, a lot of my friends say that they think Canon is like Apple and Sony is like Android. Which I wouldn't agree though. I feel like Canons look a bit more toyish, whereas Sony look a bit more techy, tech dad vibes. The handling with the R5, it's a bit thicker, just like screen size, stuff like that. I think not many people talk about that, but just the screen size of the R5C. I don't want to run around with a external monitor all the time, so I just want to be able to grab my camera and shoot something which I like. And I think the most important thing which a camera should have is like a decent monitor. And the Canon monitors are, in my opinion, very good. You see everything, it's very bright. You don't have like too many weird stuff going on, whereas Sony monitors are just like super small, and in my opinion way too small. The Blackmagic Pocket 6K, huge monitors. That's the most important thing while shooting, is you want to see what image, what composition, where like the little details you can focus on, and you cannot really tell if you shoot with the little LCDs. if I have to choose FX3 R5C, I would take R5C every day. Sorry, Sony guys. But if I have to invest in a system and like think long term, I know, okay, after the FX3, maybe FX6, maybe Sony Venice if I have the budget. Sony for sure. It's not going to be the longest video ever. I just wanted to introduce myself, talk a little bit to the camera, get comfortable doing that, and also just give you my opinion on which camera I prefer and which system I use, because I feel like we as filmmakers need to keep ourselves updated, what we do, what we like, what we don't like. And yeah, that was my honest opinion. I'm lucky enough to be able to shoot with both systems, and I'm gonna be shooting a lot with both systems in the future, so see you guys soon.